I don't always do this type of video, but this is a Marvel Snap latest October 10th balance update, okay? The OTA and whatnot. I have to go over this, okay? Because we actually got quite a bit of a change. Like, for example, Zabu. Okay, yes, Zabu's back in the game. I presumable. Let's see. Old 2-3 on reveal until the end of next turn. Your full cards cost one less. New 1-2, meaning you could play him on 10-1 now. On reveal, give each full card in your deck -1 cost. So yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. Actually, it's interesting for multiple reasons. Does anyone know how this interacts with Ravonna? Or does it react with Ravonna? Because technically these will be I don't know. I'm just picturing a scenario where Wong becomes a 4-1 and then Wong becomes a 3-1, then Ravonna makes him a 2-1. Maybe that's a bit too much. I don't know. Let's see. They were going to do an activate for Zabu, but apparently some cards would be too weak and then others would be too strong. So they settled on this, which is interesting. I actually like it. I can't wait to play actually. It makes I have a particular deck I use that it makes even stronger. I really enjoyed it. But we gotta get on to the rest. Hellcow, old 4-6, activate, discard 2 cards from your hand. New 4-7, activate, discard a card from your hand. Okay, so see, the 2 cards were meant as a punishment at one point when it was a non-reveal, but now that it's an activate, it seemed like the discard 2 cards were too powerful as an activate, which I can agree with because I face a lot of Hella, okay? So, usually what people did is wait till like 10-5 at the end of 10-5 or even at the end of 10-6 or before the end of 10-6, activate Hellcow and then Hellcow would discard 2 cards. Well, now they made it discard a card, so you still get a card discarded with Hellcow's activate, but it's not as pressing. Widow's Kiss, White Widow, of course. Old 0-0 ongoing. This has the -3 power. Disable this ability if your side of the location is full. New 0 -4. Destroy this when your side of the location is full. Now this is interesting because this is an actual nerf. Okay, it's a nerf to White Widow, Widow's Kiss. Making it -3 power didn't do anything to nerf it. Second dinner finally realized that because, it's a clog thing. And I'll be honest, I welcome the change, okay? Mostly because I feel like clog gets played a little too much right now. With that said, in theory, you could still combine this with like a Red Guardian. because Red Guardian would hit it, so its ability would be taken away, so it wouldn't be destroyed. Wow, I'm already giving people a way to counter. Okay, moving on. Viper. Viper didn't get much change. All 3-5 on reveal. One of your other cards here with the lowest power switch sides. Now instead of a 3-5, she's a 3-4. It looks like they are trying to nerf the whole thing with Kage a bit. Kingpin, Scream, and Fisk Tower. So Kingpin, Scream, and the Fisk Tower location, which is Kingpin location, no longer affect on revealed cards. We knew that Scream was going to no longer affect on reveal cards, but I didn't know about Kingpin. But it makes sense because usually people's argument for them not doing that to Scream was, well, Kingpin can do that. So they were like, okay, fine. You know what? We nerf Kingpin as well. So, yeah. With that said, it only nerfs them for their potential interaction with Juggernaut specifically. Since Juggernaut, I think the only card in the game that can move unrevealed cards, right? I mean, there could be another card, but I can only think of Juggernaut at the top of my head. But with that said, they did raise Scream's power from a 2-2 to a 2-3. So that, I mean, I get that's okay. Although I'll be honest, the benefit of Scream was to steal enemies' power, not necessarily power herself up. So I don't know how the change will happen. Grandmaster. Ooh, Grandmaster actually got a buff. I use Grandmaster. A lot of people don't. A lot of people think he's borderline useless, but I like him, okay? But he got buffed to a 2-3 from a 2-2. So, hey, that's good. Emperor Hulkling got a change. For those of you guys that don't know, the old 611 at the start of the game, copy the text of a random 6-cost card. Now, it changed. He's no longer 6'11 and he's a 6'12 right now, which is fine and dandy until you realize that he will either get Agatha or Taskmaster. So yeah, if he gets Agatha, he's a weaker Agatha. If he gets Taskmaster, bumping him up to 12 doesn't much matter. Apparently they did play around with making him 5-cost, like a lot of people requested, but apparently he was way too powerful as a 5-cost. So he's a 6-cost, and I guess they're going to keep an eye out for him maybe. But yeah, he doesn't perform very well outside of, like meme decks. And then Okoye. Okoye got buffed slightly. Instead of a 2-2, she is a 2-3. And it looks like that is about everything. Now, Okoye being buffed is fine. Honestly, I wouldn't mind. I think she might be a little too powerful if they made her into like a 1 2 or something, especially with Zabu changing her. Zabu change. That's amazing. That is amazing. I really can't wait to actually play around with Zabu. Okay. And yeah. Stay tuned to the channel for some decks with Zabu. Since Zabu's back, guys, I think Zabu's back. Let me know your thoughts below. Is Zabu back? And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.